Starting off really late here this morning, as I posted up on the Saba Facebook page. Serious technical difficulties, but we're playing some good African tunes in the background here for all our visitors from all over the world. It's day 3. I'm out of breath already. It's a fantastic event, and I'm going to be joined by the tournament director, Mr. President of Saba, Vessi Wessels. Vessi, how's the tournament been for you so far?
No, we are very exciting. We've had an awesome tournament. The conditions has been tough, but true to international standards, the guys are living up to their reputation, and they are performing very well. The organization is going well. The team are sticking together. Although we've been challenged every day of the tournament, I'm very satisfied with everything that is happening at this tournament.
Well, let's talk about the fishing for a second. You're an angler yourself and a very accomplished angler. I mean, bags coming in yesterday between 6 to 8.5 kilograms yesterday.
I must say I was personally very surprised. I thought it was going to be a tough day. We expected very good results and bags on the first day, but after all the weather that came through, and the number of boats and the pressure that is on this body of water, although it's big, there's still very specific areas that are being concentrated on by the anglers. That puts pressure on the fish, and we really thought that we are going to have smaller bags and we're going to have less 5 bags. And that absolutely didn't happen. And again, I think that is due to the professional nature of the anglers representing their different countries.
Well, I mean, the live feed, I'm getting told, is very poor, so it's dropping on us all the time. But we're going to keep rolling. If we are live now and the feeds do drop, please realize that everything that we are filming right now, we're recording as well. So we're going to upload that later on today. So we're trying to give the best broadcast we possibly can, and hope we're going to get some on-the-water footage today as well. We're going to be following those 2 top teams, the SA team and the Australian team out there today. But I mean, I was having a chat with Martin de Kock this morning, and he gave me such an interesting perspective. He said, a lot of the guys are worried about this weather and the storms and thunderstorms that are coming in, and he's saying, keep it here. I want it to stay here. This weather, as long as it remains overcast, cloudy and rainy, and the front stays, the fishing is going to remain good. The minute that front leaves and it becomes post-frontal, the bite's going to shut down.
No, absolutely. Martin de Kock has got a reputation of its own, so it's not for me to confirm his comments, but it's absolutely true, because what we as human beings are sometimes forget is that it's us that gets cold. And especially in this environment, the fish are used to this environment. They're used to living in these conditions because that is their habitat. So it's us that feel the differences. But for them, as long as the situation remains stable, whatever that is, the bite might be more difficult, but it's still achievable. And it's up to the experience and the skill of the different anglers to work out what is needed in conditions like this to produce the bigger and the quality of fish. And that is why they're here. It's years and years of experience. It doesn't come overnight. But that's why they're representing a country, and that's what they've got to do.
Ves, yesterday, day 2 weigh-in, we had a little bit of challenges. Do you want to run us through some of the things that were happening behind the scenes while we were live?
No, absolutely. The team here has been challenged every day of this tournament, from practice day up until now. Every day we had to redesign and rebuild this whole venue. The team are operating at this stage. I think last night we got a lot of sleep, and we slept for about 3 hours. We're operating on 2 to 3 hours sleep. But this is why we are here. We are here not only for the anglers that are sitting out there and that have got to compete. We need to create the environment where they feel comfortable that we are in charge and that we are providing the best possible environment for them to perform in.
I'm going to cut you in there, and I can tell you as a leader, I know all the efforts that you've put in. I'm talking 6 months ago up until now, and even at this event. I mean, you called all the organizers around the table last night. What did you have to say?
Yeah, we are always faced with adversity. Nothing in life just goes normal, and when you are thrown a curveball, you've got to adjust, you've got to adapt. You cannot go sit down and cry and sulk. And that's exactly what they did. They stood up, they got to the mark, they worked together, they stuck together, they pick up from each other. And yesterday we finished in all of these challenges, we finished the weigh-in in about 15 minutes quicker than in all previous days. And that shows the mettle of this team. But not only that, it's not about us, it's about the fish. because we want to get that fish out of the live well back to its natural environment as quickly as possible. We don't want the fish to be hanging around, because that is where they recover and de-stress the quickest. So we're not working quicker to make it look more sufficient. We work for the best, for the environmental issue that we are supposed to be looking after.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job. In the case of the same weather conditions, because it's predicted we're going to have a torrential downpour during our way in, we got a plan B?
We've got many plans. We are here to make a success of this. We are not only representing SABA, our organization. This is an international platform. This is an international event. We are representing our country. We are proudly South Africa, and we're going to make this work.
Well, thank you very much, Vessi. Good luck for the rest of the event. I know you've got a lot to do out there. Well, there you have it, the chairman, the big boss man here at the event, setting us all straight and keeping us all in line. So well done to you, Vessi, and all the crew, all the volunteers, guys. These are volunteers. We've got juniors, we've got guys from all over South Africa volunteering to be putting in a lot of effort, and I just want to give them all a big shout out. Not only that, all their wives and family back home. Happy Valentine's Day to my wife, you beautiful human being. Love you so much. And enough talking, enough rapping. Let's enjoy some of the scenery shots. So I'm joined here with SABA president, not for this week though, one of the anglers from the SA team, Craig Fraser. Craig, how are you enjoying this event compared to 2017?
Mark, I think first and foremost on behalf of SABA, the privilege and honor to be able to host an event of this magnitude, not only in 2017 but again in 2019, I think is a challenge in itself. But a sincere or a great honor for us to be able to host an event of this nature, and for FIPSED to be able to award it to us, and the challenge for people like Vessi and his entire team, including the camera crews. It's just when people realize that this is not a full-time job, and people take this amount of time out of their life to be able to come and organize an event of this magnitude, and the challenges that they faced with the water conditions, the water logging, boats and vehicles getting stuck. I don't envy them. So, you know, it's, what can I say? I think it's elevated SABA, it's elevated the angling within SABA, and the goals and ambitions of all SABA anglers, you know.
And now, the different perspective, you're an angler in this tournament. How are you guys feeling about the event so far? Looking at it from a different perspective, you happy?
Yeah, I'm very happy, Mark. I mean, for me personally, just a couple of things. I would like to thank, there are a lot of people that sent me well wishes in the last couple of weeks. They know what that's about, and it's an absolute privilege to be able to represent my country and be on the water. You know, I've had, I think, 21 or 22 caps fishing with the legend, Justy. We've got probably 50 caps on that boat alone. First time that we've ever fished together in over 20 years. So, to me, I'm blessed to be here. I'm honored to be here, and we'll go out and give it the best we can. It's a different type of pressure. The pressure when I ran it in 2017, I don't think I'll swap places with Vessi and his crew at the moment. But yeah, we've got our own type of pressure and our own type of team pressure, and that's what this is. It's a team event. So let's just hope our boys can pull it out today, you know.
Yeah, pressure is a term that we're going to use a lot this week. We've seen a lot of pressure in the areas that you guys are fishing. Do you think it's going to continue today?
I think the pressure will be there. The guys are going to be running to where they've caught fish, and we've just got to grind it out and try and get them to commit. Just while I've got the opportunity, Mark, I'd also like to thank all of the SABA sponsors. We all know, I'm going to try and roll them off the top of my head. That's Mercury, Minkota Hummingbird, Rapala VMC, SAS Sliding Doors, Clover, Lawrence, Club Marine. I know I'm missing one. They're all over our board, so let me just see who
I think you got them all, my man. 10 out of 10. I think you got them all.
And fortunately, a number of those are my personal sponsors. And without those sponsors, I wouldn't be able to participate in events like this as an angler. So a big shout out to all of them, and I thank them sincerely for their backing over the last 15, 20 years of my competitive angling career. It's been wonderful.
Yeah, well, it's great, and we're hoping to get out on the water a little bit later. We're going to catch up with you guys there. I just want to say best of luck for today. Hashtag no pressure, but good luck to you and Just. You came in with a massive bag yesterday. I'm actually going to just keep it rolling there. You came in with a massive bag. I think it was 8.81 kilograms. Do you think your fishing's going to be much the same today? Onto a little something special?
I wouldn't say we're onto something specifically special. I think the pattern is good, but it's a grind. We're trying to target slightly better quality fish instead of going for the numbers. So we're not getting any high numbers of fish at all. We're just trying to get a slightly better quality of fish. So yeah, we don't know what today's going to hold, whether they're going to play the game or not. But if they bite, we'll hopefully convert them and put them in the boat.
Well, good luck to you, sir. Off you go.
One last thing, Mark. It's Valentine's Day. My wife and myself, she's put up with me for 27, nearly 28 years. Okay, so big shout out to my missus back home, my family, because again, in tournament angling, if you don't have your family backing, your mind can't be on the game here. And my wife and my family, all my kids, all of the work they're doing back home to allow me to be here. Big shout out to them, and we're thinking about you. We'll fish for you guys today. Thank you.
BCA today, BCA. Your return time will be at 4 o'clock, 20 past 4 and 20 to 5. Right, marshals, please can you take up your stations on the outside ways, and observers, thank you. Right, guys, a reminder to keep those formations nice and tight, 2 by 2. Close up the gaps as you go through. Once you get to the outer red marker buoy, you can give it the beans and get out of here, go get us some fish. 1 minute to go, 1 minute to go. First flight, make sure your engines are started, your anglers are seated, life jackets are on, and you are ready to rock and roll. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
B flight, you can go 8, 9, 10, 7, 6, 5, you can go 11, 12, 4 and 3, you can go 13, 14, 2 and 1, you can go.
We unfortunately weren't able to broadcast live for you guys this morning, but we'll certainly upload it after this.
Marker boys, the outer red marker boys, tighten up on the gaps. The flights that were mentioned, the boat numbers that were mentioned right now, get into that formation, close up on the gaps.
All day, as you can see, the SA team's boats pulling out behind me. Thank you for tuning in. Slight technical difficulties. We do apologize for that once again, but we're looking forward to getting out there on the water. That's going to be our main focus for today. So we're going to pack up these cameras and get out there on the water. Tune in later for some on the water coverage. Cheers.